Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Designs. So guys out there say, hey, what's a $100,000 4Runner look like? Well, after we did the math, figured out everything that's been done to this thing, this was about a $107,000 4Runner. But guess what? We're not selling it for $107,000. We're selling it for $70,000. So you say, hey, I don't know if I can believe it was $107,000 and stuff like that. Well, we'll share the bill. We've got the bill read out from top to bottom. But let's kind of like just go through this thing and just share some of the things that were done to this truck that probably would make it a little more understanding on why this truck ended up being so expensive. Start up here in the front. The very first thing I can tell you is this is a new 6th gen 4Runner with the new 4th gen TRD Pro Tacoma front end on it. Then we went in and added the TRD Pro grill in it. And when you say, hey, how difficult was it to put this thing together? It's not just slapping the bumper on there, slapping the fender flare, slapping the front piece on here. What really comes down to in this is it's the support beams that are behind it. The shutter is different. It's not that same shutter. You have to use a different shutter. The mounts for the bumper that go underneath the back, the mounts that go in behind here are different. All the little fasteners are different. The inner fender liners are different. Well, we wanted to put our own light bar in there, and so we wanted to do the Baja Designs. So we actually made this bracket that bolts into the factory location that ties back into the camera mount, so it keeps the grill nice and stout. The problem is the screws stick out here on the side, so we made this bracket so it covers the screws, and then we tied this design in to match the design here in the grill, so it just looks more factory, looks cleaner, and we did it in a gloss black to match the grill. Down here in the fog light buckets, we've got the S2s, the Baja S2s, and you can see we double layer that. So then behind here, we tied in the white into that to make that really have just a 3D look there with that. We were able to use the factory headlights again. The hood on this, the hood for the Tacoma and the 4Runner are the same. So this has got Seabond's new carbon fiber, full carbon fiber hood. And we talked about in a previous video that how nice the lines are throughout the hood. Very, very nice. Fender flares. These are all the TRD Pro fender flares on this front and rear. We left them the factory gloss finish on this. We wanted to give the truck just a wider stance, a bigger look. And to do so, we also had to go with a higher offset wheel. Most of these trucks run like a plus 25 or a plus 35. We actually ran a plus 12 on this. This is 18x9 with a plus 12. And on this, for the rubber, we've got a set of Toyo Open Countries. These are the RT Trails. 37, 12.5 by 18 is what we ran on this. Fits in the wheel well, great. You're gonna ask, how'd you get those to fit? Well, we went in here and we trimmed the back of the fender here. We also went in here, we did our new Westcott Designs billet upper control arms. It has the adjusters back here on both sides, on both the heims. The reason why we did this is we wanted this arm to be able to be adjusted in the vehicle, so you not have to take it out to make adjustment on it. It's fully adjustable in the vehicle. The other nice thing is down here when we look is our new billet top hat. And we did this for a couple reasons. We wanted to do it where we could add a lift into the truck by adding a 1/2 inch of lift into the truck. And we also wanted to add more protection and safety for the customer. And the reason why we did that is because the top hats that are in a lot of the new Toyota vehicles are aluminum, and they're a cast aluminum. And we're seeing that these things, when they're actually used, they're actually splitting in half. There is a company called Icon that makes a top piece that goes on the top of it to help protect it when it does split, to keep it from fully coming apart and being able to get home with it. We wanted to design this top hat also so we knew that replacing your top hat or running this top hat, you're never ever going to have to worry about it ever failing. We also did a uniball in the center of it with misalignment spacers on the top and the bottom, and this allows the shaft to move as the shock moves up and down and changes angle. It allows it to move very smoothly and accurately and not put any additional stress on the shock shaft as it goes up and down. So this is one of our new patent pending parts, and you can see that we're also able to add the bump stop back in its design, and then we've also designed it so we can run different length bump stops in the same factory location. They can be switched out for the customer depending on how big a tire and how big a lift they want to go with the truck. Well, one of the reasons why we ran these big black flares on it, these are the Pro flares. We wanted to tie them in with these Method 323s just to have that nice gloss finish and tie everything in. And then what we did is we tied that into the roof rack. We did a gloss finish on this roof rack. And all the hardware you can see, these are all ARP stainless steel bolts. They're about $3 a piece. But what we did is we took each one of these bolts, we wanted them all stainless. We wanted them just to add a little bit to this. And then we've got the new bar by Baja Designs. This bar design has our new bracket design in it, built in. It's got a gusset built up in the top here. And you can see there's absolutely no movement. And then you can see how nice and tight the visor fits to the roof here. We wanted to minimize any wind noise that we had with this. And then the bracket also ties into the visor on the backside. It ties into the bar that's here, and then it also ties into the bar behind here. But when you look at it from the side view, it's perfectly level. Like you can't see the bar overlap there, but we wanted to do is make it as sturdy as possible when we designed this. Set of our rock sliders. It's got a set of 20 degree with no top plates, direct bolt on to the frame with kick out on these. We did do these in MIG welded, and the reason we did for MIG welded because we're able to show that weld. And the TIG weld, you can't see the weld is good, but here you can just see how nicely the dimes have been stacked on that. And then how we radiused the front of the rock slider here in the front, and we radiused it in the back here. Got a whole listing. This is, like I said, a show vehicle, a vehicle that we take to shows and display. All the things that have been listed out here that was done to it by Westcott Designs, all the things we made, all the things that we were provided for the vehicle. Another cool thing, didn't share this with you. This has our new billet lower trailing arms in the rear. You can see our name on the side there. We build all this stuff in-house. All uniballs front and rear on those. All the misalignment spacers, we build all that stuff in-house as well. Get back here into the mully panel. The mully panel, the way it's designed, just the radius and follow the window, very clean. It matches the radius perfectly, front and back. You can see how the back of the roof rack cuts up. We designed this so it fills and flows with that. The other thing about this is I wanted to go into some details. So I took the badges, these stainless steel badges, and I had them polished, and then I had the stainless steel bottle openers polished as well. Here we go. We've got one of the mounting company's mounts on this, and we wanted to have some type of contrast. So we did this in a satin finish and did this in the gloss, so you really can see the detail on the two pieces. And then you can see the overlay here on how everything fits together. Around the back here, into our Westcott Designs ladder. Again, using all the ARP bolts, stainless, polished, and then our polished bottle openers here. One of the things that I really like about the ladder when we did this design is these work as handles all the way throughout the ladder and then even up here in the top. And what we also did is we cut our Westcott Designs flag logo, just letting people know, hey, we're an American-made company. We make everything here in the US from start to finish. And then we just got a little bit of a signature there on that as well. This has got our Westcott Designs tire carrier on it. You can see I've even towed with it just to try it, make sure. We've done a lot of towing with this, not this particular vehicle, but with this rack design. We've towed up to 10,000 pounds with it. Nice thing about this rack is it's got a lock over here. It's got a release down here. Swings out like this, like that. It's got different locking positions here. That locks. You can lock it right there. Or if I want to take it out and go all the way out with it, I can take it out here and lock it all the way out there. Nice thing about this rack is it allows you to slide an arm on, configure the arm differently. Allows me to slide another arm on this side, configure it differently. I can have the tire in the middle, I can have the tire on the outside. Nice thing is that you can take this and configure it however you want. So the base model of this truck started out as a TRD off-road premium model. That's what we started with because we wanted the larger screen in the dash. We wanted all the power features. We wanted the Softex leather interior in it. We wanted all those bells and whistles. We wanted all the bumper sensors front and rear on this. So this truck was started out as a TRD off-road premium model. You can see one of the ways that you can identify these trucks as a premium model is it has the turn signals in the mirrors. So that's something now when you see that you can say, hey, that must be a premium model, have the Softex in it. But this truck will also come with the box on the top, which is made by Pelican. And then we've got a set of matching max tracks. And I don't know when you saw, when we looked in the fender of this, we've matched the springs to all the orange accents in the top. We've done all the rear springs that we've run in this, which is an Old Man Emu rear spring, a medium load. And we've run that in the back. And we've got this truck really set up. Now this truck is available. We can leave the 37s on it for you. Or if you want 35s, we'll put 35s on it. I personally, when I look at the truck and we had 35s on it, the tires, because of the way the truck's lifted and the size this truck is now, it kind of, to me, looked like the 35s were too small. So we did 37s on it. It's up to you, personal preference. You decide. But here's the truck. Here it is available. Like I said, 70K or 107K to build if you want to build one yourself. And we're sharing all that stuff with you as well. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.